Good evening, everyone. I would like to call this March 2025 meeting to order. Thank you all for being here tonight, and we're going to ask Ms. Burt to lead us in a word of prayer and do the pledge for us to start off.
Father, thank you for the opportunity to come to you tonight, Lord, as we celebrate our students that are here with us tonight, Lord. We celebrate all students across our district, but tonight is a special night, and we thank you for that. I thank you, Lord, for giving wisdom and discernment to our board tonight and to our superintendent to make decisions for everybody in our district. Father, I ask for your continued favor and protection over each and every student, teacher, faculty, staff, and school. In your name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, the first item we have our consent items, which is our agenda, the minutes of the February 11th meeting, the rental facility for 7-on-7 league tournament, a policy for revision, and the Lincoln County Schools organizational chart. Do we have any questions about any of that?
On the organizational chart, I'd like to approve it with an amendment in that the assistant principal is supervisor over certified and non-certified in lieu of the way it's branched there. The same thing for the middle and the high.
Okay,
Absolutely, you made the correction.
okay. We'll note the correction then of that with the assistant principal being over certified in both schools. You said both schools or all three schools?
All three
All three
schools.
schools, okay. All right.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Mongery, second by Ms. Heitman. All in favor? Thank you. All right, we have no public participation, so the next is Georgia School Board Appreciation Week.
Absolutely. On behalf of the Lincoln County school staff here, faculty and staff, our district staff, school staff, we just want to take this time to thank each one of you, board members. We do know it is a tough task in doing this. You have to make some hard decisions, and we appreciate those. There are times when public may not agree with your decision, but I thank you for taking the time to invest in searching out every possible solution and also making the best decision for the district. And again, sometimes people won't understand, and they never will. Sometimes we get slammed on social media, but I wanted you to know on behalf of this district, we appreciate all that you do for us. And Valerie Wilson, the president of Georgia School Board Association, sent you some gifts, a microfilm cloth, and just a thank you for all that you do for not only Lincoln County, but the entire state of Georgia and your service.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Our next item is our Young Georgia Authors Recognition.
Okay. Again, it is so good to see all these beautiful smiling faces. In our job, we talk a lot of policies, procedures, rules, and guidelines, and then this is what it's all about when we can see faces, the smiling faces, and all the things that they're achieving in the classroom. So we look forward to this every single year. So, Mr. Williams, if you would.
Thank all of you for being able to come out this afternoon to have your student recognized at the district level for the excellence of being a grade level winner for the Young Georgia Authors Competition, which is done each year. There are several students in here who are multi-year winners. I know I'm talking about Emma was here last year. I don't know, was it Sean or your brother? I know the Chamberlains have been here quite often, and many others, and we got another back there in the back. Someone's pointing at that's a multi-year winner. This student submission has been submitted to RESA, which is comprised of 13 counties, the CSRA, and today was the day they're supposed to send the winners to the state level, and I haven't got an email, check the website, so I don't know who of this group, hopefully all 13 of you are winners for the CSRA RESA The school staff and administration did a wonderful job of selecting you for your writing. We'll start with our elementary students and have our principal come up as we present with them a certificate, gift certificate, and a certificate for you, compliments the $10 gift certificate, Papa's compliments of the school administration at each school and their principal's account funds. So we'll start with our elementary school and ask as you come up, we'll present a certificate to you. We'll let you take one picture of them individually, and then we'll have the entire school come up with the teachers. So when we call, the teachers are here, you come up with them, we'll get that select picture for you, and then we will have, well, the entire group will take a picture. So first we have Miss Lucy Norman, kindergarten. Mom, family, don't take a picture. Yeah, hang on that on that side right there. All right. Next with kindergarten, we have Miss, and he's telling me how to say it correctly. Callie. I'm sorry, first grade, Miss Callie Hastings. Mrs. Johnson with her. Congratulations. Next was second grade, we have Mr. Kane Reeves and his teacher, Miss Jenny McCord. Third grade, we have Miss Riley Gowan. And Mrs. Leach. For our fourth grade, we have Miss Sarah Kemp. And fifth grade, we have Miss Rebecca Gilchrist. And Mrs. Griffin. And I want to make sure that we miss Miss Sarah Camp and the teacher if you're here. Would you
Miss
come?
Etheridge is here.
Miss Etheridge.
Miss Etheridge, come get a picture.
I will ask that the entire group come up.
Yes.
You're a real MVP anyway.
And then stand in front of your teacher. Of the teacher's Right, look at Mr. Williams.
No, just go straight. I'm responsible.
This one's my newspaper.
Can you close those blinds? Hold on, we're going to try the blinds closed.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Good job.
Farm Middle School, and I apologize if I say his name correctly, Eliza Romero for our 6th grade. Seventh grade, Mr. Gavin Davis. Seventh grade teachers, I think I see. And 8th grade, Miss Emma Garrett. And again, she's one of our no multi-year winners. All right, we'll ask y'all come back and forth. And someone coming in that door, someone's outside?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Ms. Phillips.
Congratulations. And for our high school, yes, Dr. Wolski. For our 9th grade, we have Mr. Sean Chamberlain. For our 10th grade, we have Miss Jalea Jones.
Teacher.
Oh, and did you also have Ms. James? For our 11th grade, we have Miss Allie Cox. And for 12th grade, Ms. Kirsten Brown. We didn't have any other high school teachers want to come up, but we'll take a picture with the group that we have here. Again, thank you parents and teachers for your continued support in helping the children succeed and with their writing.
Not yet.
Okay, all right. We'll wait for it after our athletic presentation for you, Scott.
Thank you, students and teachers, for your hard work. Thank you very much, and congratulations again. Let's give them another round of applause.
So this is a great night. We are honoring our students for their writing ability, and also we are honoring our athletes tonight who have received state awards. Coach Lee Humskis, Georgia High School Daily honored 9 coaches this year with the Most Improved Winning Team Award, and Coach Humskis was named Class A Division II Most Improved Winning Team Coach. Under his leadership, we had our first 11-win season since 2012 and our first undefeated regular season since 2011. He's had 43 wins in 5 seasons. Congratulations, Coach Lee Humskis. I saw Coach Huff, he's here. If you want to come forward, Coach. This is the first ever award for this, first ever SCORE Atlanta Georgia High School Association Awards, Coach Doug Huff, Class A Division II Defensive Coordinator of the Year. Appreciate it, Coach.
Let's get a picture with everybody.
I don't think, there he is. Come on up front, Christian. Just walked in. I think most of you know this gentleman. Christian Crite, Class A, Division II Player of the Year. Not only did Christian play defense and Defensive Player of the Year, he was also a wide receiver with 23 receptions, 511 yards, averaging 22.22 average yards per catch. He had 3 touchdowns this year, linebacker and wide receiver. And also, he has received a athletic scholarship to play at the next level, D1, with the Cincinnati Bearcats. Congratulations. Mr. Makai Wade. Mr. Makai Wade is the Class A Division II Atlanta Journal-Constitution All-State athlete. And in that athlete, Mr. Wade, he plays quarterback, defensive back, punt returner, and kick returner, and probably some other things. Congratulations, Mr. Makai Wade. Kaylin Stacy, are you here? Awesome, congratulations. The Georgia Athletic Coaches Association, Caitlin is the Class A Division II All-State Softball for this year. Congratulations, Caitlin Stacy, for softball.
Make sure we got it. And then, did I get in the way of paying the picture? All right. Hold it up.
So on behalf of the district, we want to thank all of our students, all of our coaches, and all of our teachers for a job well done.
Yep, thank you, students and coaches, for your hard work. We appreciate it. Let's give them a round of applause. Our next item is our financials. Y'all are more than welcome to stay and help us with that, but you're also welcome to leave at this time if you'd like to.
Well, that cleared the room.
Good job, Lucy.
Thank you.
Is Ellen in some practice?
I think they were about done. She knew she had to leave a little early. So she knows Coach pretty good.
Oh, we'll get it. Oh, it's fine. We'll get it.
All right.
Alright, good evening. Class have already left. So tonight's financials are January. We did receive our December advancement in January. As you can tell, our top line revenue jumped from 1.3 to 4.3. We had a $3 million advancement. We're still waiting on about $775,000, I think, and it was something to do with the turnover from Ms. Danner to Ms. Wilgus. But we should be receiving that in the next month or so. Other than that, our financials, our revenue side is pretty standard. I think we jumped from somewhere around 25% ad valorem to 81%. That's just the way of the times with us collecting all of our property taxes at once. Our expenses are still on par for where we are. I think we're maybe a hair above, our monthly average, but there's nothing there that really stands out. No major expenses occurred in this month. As you can tell, our cash is up. Everything else on the balance sheet is pretty standard. And we obviously flipped. I think we had a $1.1 million deficit to a $1.1 million surplus. So that's a change of $2.2 million in a month. Our SPLOST is still averaging right at 100K. We received another 100K for the month of December, or for the month of January and February. And as you all know, our bond payments are due at the end of the month. I think we owe around 1.4 million, and we have 1.1 in SPLOST and another 1.6-ish. Yeah, 1.6 in bonds, so we have more than enough to cover that. It's something to take into consideration with our next budget is if we need as much of the bond tax as we're collecting, because our SPLOST is exploding. I know there's also talk of redoing the SPLOST, so just we need to have a few talks about that moving forward.
To school.
We have all the quarterlies tonight for FY25, so this should be LCES. The first quarter, as you can tell, they raised some money, I'm sure, for who knows with Ms. Goldman. But they always raise money at the beginning of the year for any kind of projects or field trips that they have. Second quarter is still the same. So I'll just let y'all look at these kind of as we go. Middle school is the same way. The principals do a good job, keeping up with their own funding. The board office does review it, but this is, their own projects that we are not really audited on as heavily.
What is sunshine? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
It's for somebody gets sick.
Okay,
or
gotcha. I gotcha.
donations from the faculty.
Okay. Thank you.
So as you know, we have two accounts for high school. We have a school account and a athletics account. This is the school account. Overall, lots of fundraising in Q1, and you can see, some of those funds were used in Q2, and I know a lot of them are still waiting for the spring. Correct me if I'm wrong. One of the most activity is obviously athletics with our football program in the fall. in total, each school has around 50K, give or take a few $100. Our athletics at Christmas had 150K.
General athletics, that's all ticket sales.
I'm pretty sure. Everything goes through
What was
there.
the question, I'm sorry?
General athletics.
General athletics.
Ticket sales.
Yeah, tickets.
Any question over those financials before we get into CPE or the amended budget?
On the bond revenue, the way I was reading that, is that right? There's enough money there for the next two payments, is that correct? And so we definitely need to be looking into rewriting the SPOS.
So our next payment is around 1.4-ish, and it's principal and interest. The payment in October is only interest, so our next two payments are really only 1.7 million. So we have $1 million on top of what our next two payments are.
And that's this year, we need to pursue that SPOS, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I was thinking. Anybody have any other questions on the financials before he moves to
So
the school food service,
we are gonna address the bond, right?
Yes.
No.
the SPOS?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. All right, no further questions. School food service update.
Our school food had a really good month for January. As you can see, based from prior year, we're still serving 10,000 meals more per month, which is awesome to me that we are serving that many more meals. It means that many more kids should be eating. And the results speak for themselves so far. It seems to me that this program is working good. I talked with Ms. Singleton this morning. She likes it. She says it's made things easier for her staff and more efficient. And you really can't argue the funding that we are receiving. It's up almost 40K, year over.
That's good. We had our concerns about this program, but obviously it's doing
I don't.
way better than we anticipated.
I don't see any issues in it right now. This has been a blessing, I think.
Absolutely. Okay, any other questions for him?
We'll get to the amended budget.
Okay.
So this is the budget that we approved last June. So you are already familiar with it. The next one is the amended budget that you guys can vote on. There's a variance sheet on the next one because this is kind of bland. You can see some of the changes. A lot of it was some small changes we got from the state, in like our grants. I cleaned up a lot of our grants. A lot of it was updating for our tax revenue that we changed in August, September, after the budget was passed in June. I updated our SPOS. We had a low SPOS projection from where we are now. And a lot of that, there's more detail on the following sheet. So we voted on the ParaPro scale after the budget was approved, so that is included. It's about an $85K expense with everything. That's salaries, benefits, the whole 9 yards. Our substitute pay has not been as high as I thought. So I budgeted for an extra 20K there. I was thinking more like 40 at the beginning of the year, but it doesn't seem to has had as much effect as I thought. The third line there is all the grants. I've summarized all them together instead of giving you 30 different lines, because at the end of the day, it's just not a lot of change, and it's all federal funding. The next one is our CEP. So from where I was thinking, I think we were losing probably 75 to 100K a year, maybe a little more in our prior school nutrition program. So I have budgeted, based on where we are right now, I've added 140K, and that's kind of a net. That's our expenses increasing, but our funding increasing. So this is a 140K jump to our local budget from where we were, like a year ago. The next lines are bond, SPOS, and rollback. So I added a little over 600 for our tax revenue. The 180 is 50K for bond and another 130 to get us up to the 100K average on SPOS. Pre-K, we just kind of over budgeted there. That was just seeing the state changed how they were going to pay teachers this year. They put them back on the teacher scale instead of their own scale. And I think we just kind of overcompensated for that. Just for buses, we had buses, I think we had 160,000. No, we had 260 total for 2 buses, 130K apiece, and they ended up being closer to 150K. So buses just got more expensive as did everything else. And the last line is the land purchase. That's the survey, the 10K of earnest money, and the 90K due in 90 days, and the rest will go on next year's budget.
Did we ever get the money for trading in those diesel buses?
Not that I know of. No, Dr. Light was the head of all that, and it was something to do with, they had to come bore holes in the blocks or something. And
Right.
I don't ever know
It
what
became,
happened
it became a credit to a purchase of a future bus and not a refund
Okay.
on a bus that was already.
Changed up then,
It
not what
changed.
we were told.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't just receiving a check. And
Right.
then I think we may have had to buy diesel to get that credit or something. I don't
it was
know.
a coupon for a future bus, from what I remember.
So I doubt we do. We can look into it if you'd like, but I don't.
I think Mr. Scott's the one that brought all that to us. Maybe he knows.
I can ask him tomorrow. That's
So-
all I have.
So, summarizing all of that, is that like 180,000 to the good? Is that what that is? I'm just
So,
looking.
Can you scroll back up, Mr. Williams? That is to the good right there, the 693. Because we added roughly 600K of tax revenue by not, some of that was a little low on prior year's budget, and then we didn't roll back as, the full amount. And then, your SPOS and stuff like that, almost 700K to the good. But see, like 180 of that is reserve funding for bond and SPOS.
180. So you're looking at 500,000 then
Yes, sir.
of usable funds, I
Yes,
guess
sir.
what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay.
I think that was y'all's intention with the, having a small deficit on the initial, approved budget, was to try to get out of the reds without the full rollback.
Right.
That's really
On
good.
page 2, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the amended budget you're voting on.
Anybody have any other questions for Mr. Norman? If not, then I'll entertain a motion to approve this amended budget. A motion by Mr. Moncrief, second by Mr. Madison. All in favor? Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank y'all.
Next item is our policies for review.
Mr. Chairman, the policy GARH, employee leaves, that policy is fine as written. It details about the accrual of sick leave, medical leave, personal leave, professional leave, and it is good as written.
Okay.
Second policy, GBD, also, there are no changes to that policy. Personnel hiring.
Okay. And then we have superintendent's report.
Okay. Dr. Cunningham, if you could, come and show this to everybody. She didn't know she was doing it. Each year, GALE, our association, Georgia Association of Educational Leaders, they present the Vision Award to districts across the state. And I was presented with this award at the Winter Gale. And this honor demonstrates our strong commitment to supporting and encouraging our educational leaders. That's our district administration staff and our principals and assistant principals at both at the school and district level in the area of professional development. So I am a firm believer in going out, getting training, getting educated, and when we go out, bringing those ideas, bringing those resources back to the districts. So I believe in our teachers going out, getting some additional learning. And we really do that by investing in our leaders through that professional development. This award also recognizes districts that actively engage with our GALE organizations. So these are the different umbrellas of GALE. GSSA is the affiliate that I'm a member of, Georgia School Superintendent Association. GAMSP is Ms. Burt, the Georgia Association of Middle School Principals. Dr. Goldman is a member of GAESP, Georgia Association of Elementary School Principals. Dr. Cunningham is a member of GCASE, Georgia Council of Administrators of Special Education. And GASSP is Dr. Walski is a member of Georgia Association of Secondary School Principals. And Mr. Williams, is there a GASIS? Mr. Williams, and I did leave GASIS off. And GASIS stands for?
Georgia Association of Curriculum and Instructional Specialists.
There it is. So I left one out. So get that, all of those affiliates are under the GALE organization. And again, our district, we go to the winter conferences, the spring conferences. A lot of us are going to the summer conference, and we really want to make sure that we get the latest, the best, the trends, all the educational resources, of course, to help our students. So this award goes to Lincoln County for actively being engaged with the organization in the area of professional learning, statewide advocacy for public education, and professional networking. So, congratulations, Lincoln County School District.
Good job.
One other item is March the 20th. I'll say the 20th. If you haven't been, our Lincoln County Jazz Band, middle and high school jazz band, they have a dessert concert every single year. It's in the cafeteria, $10. So come out and enjoy some desserts and some good jazz music. That's all I have, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Nothing else. And then we'll move to executive session. Mr. Madison, second by Mr. Moncrief. Thank you. I would like to call this meeting back to order. The superintendent recommended that I make a motion that we hire Katie Hayslip as the Lincoln County Middle School Assistant Principal. Second by Mr. Madison. All in favor? Thank you. Superintendent's recommended, and I make a motion that we hire Jill Whoopty as the Lincoln County High School Social Studies teacher. Second by Mr. Madison. All in favor? Superintendent recommended, and I make a motion that we hire Selena Patton as the Lincoln County Science teacher. Second by Mr. Hyman. All in favor? Superintendent's recommended, and I make a motion that we hire Perry Patton as the Lincoln County High School math teacher. Second by Mr. Hyman. All in favor? Superintendent recommended, and I'll make a motion that we hire Mike Hamilton as the Lincoln County High School SPED teacher. Second by Mr. Madison. All in favor? The superintendent's recommended, and I make a motion that we hire Brian Smith Banks as a bus driver. Second by Mr. Madison. All in favor? Superintendent's recommended, and I'll make a motion that we hire Carrie Smith as a substitute teacher. Second by Mr. Hyman. All in favor? Superintendent's recommended, and I'll make a motion that we hire Jessica Walton as a substitute teacher. Second by Mr. Hyman. All in favor? Superintendent recommended, and I'll make a motion that we hire Christy Carpenter as a substitute teacher. Second by Mr. Madison, all in favor? Superintendent is recommended, and I'll make a motion that we hire Jana Ivy as a substitute teacher. By Mr. Madison, all in favor? Superintendent's recommended, I'll make a motion that we hire Heather Parrish as a substitute teacher. By Mr. Madison, all in favor? Superintendent's recommended, I'll make a motion that we hire Alyssa Callaway as a substitute teacher. Second by Mr. Heitman, all in favor? Superintendent is recommended, and I'll make a motion that we accept the resignation of Will Homskis at the end of this school year. Second by Mr. Madison, all in favor? Superintendent's recommended, and I'll make a motion that we accept the resignation of Mitch Matthews at the end of this school year. Second by Mr. Madison, all in favor? Superintendent recommended, and I'll make a motion that we accept the resignation of Caitlin Smallwood at the end of the school year. Second by Mr. Mongery, all in favor? Superintendent's recommended, and I make a motion that we increase the supplement of the school psychologist. Second by Mr. Heitman, all in favor? The superintendent is recommended, and I make a motion that we increase the salary of Mr. Randall Gaines, the bus mechanic. Second by Mr. Heitman, all in favor? And I think that is all. I need a motion to adjourn. Oh, yes, let me go back and do that. Do I need to do it on resignation now? Does it matter?
Probably just do it anyway.
Okay. All right, let me go back to, the superintendent has recommended, and I'll make a motion that we.
I'll make the motion.
You can't make a motion either.
I can't do that, that's right. The superintendent has recommended that we accept the resignation of Will Homskis into the school.
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Madison made a motion, Mr. Heitman, all in favor, and I will abstain from that vote.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Thank you, Mr. Heitman, for helping me out there.
Yes, sir.